Okay, so we're a garden company. We're based in Leeds in Yorkshire in England. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a full tutorial day by day of every process that's involved in making our garden rooms. So what we're going to do, we've arrived on a new job today. It's going to be 6 metres long and 3.5 metres deep. So first things first, we're going to set up our rods and our string line to create the base shape. We're going to use these ground pins and we're going to use string line as well. I'll show you what we're going to do in a minute. And what we're going to do, we're going to drop in some steel rods and concrete piles for our base. So basically, I've brought this little whiteboard so that I can just explain things to you a bit better. Okay, so if that's the fence there, that's the tree. So what we'll do, we'll measure off the fence. So the garden office basically is going to be 6 metres by 3.5. So we will measure off the fence 500, which will give us working space. We'll put a pin in the ground there. We'll pull a string like that and put another pin in the ground there. So that string line there will be parallel to the fence there. Then what we'll do, then we'll put another pin there, bring the string line there and bring our line like that. Then we'll use this folding square to create a right angle. So we'll drop the square in there, then that will then create the right angle there. We'll pin there and then we'll measure from that point there to that point there, which will give us 3.5. We'll put another pin there and then we'll bring the string line like that. We'll drop this folding square there again to make that the right angle. Then we'll measure from that distance there to that distance there, which will give us 6 metres. Then we'll put another pin there and then we'll reverse that and then bring that like that. Put the square there, so then we will have a rectangle which will be 6 metres long, 3.5 metres deep. We will then dig holes. There'll be 6 all the way along there, 6, and there'll be 6 at the front, but we'll also have a row there and a row there as well. So all these circles will indicate concrete piles, and I think off the top of my head, I think we've got 26 concrete piles going in there. And then when we've removed our string line and our concrete piles are in, we'll then have the base shape laid out and then we'll drop the timbers on there, which I'll show you. So tomorrow John is going to put in the rods, concrete the rods in. He'll give you a little video about that, and then Wednesday we'll start putting the base in. So if you want to watch these, then day by day we'll give you a full tutorial. If you like and subscribe please, and then I'll keep on doing them and I'll try and give you as much detail as I want, which might be a bit boring to some people, but if you're going to build one of these, it'll be worth its weight in gold. Thank you. So we've pinned out our perimeter, 6 metres by 3.5. As I showed you before, we've used our metal pins and a string line, we've used our folding squares to create the corners. So that's the basic right angle. What we're going to do now is dig some holes for the concrete piles. We're going to use a grafter shovel and we're going to use a post hole shovel as well to dig out the holes. We'll dig them to about 500-600 depth. They'll get filled with concrete and we'll put in our metal rods, which I'll show you later on as well. So we've dug all the holes for his foundation. So what we're going to do now, basically, is that's the ground, that's his hole. So we're going to drop this threaded bar into the ground there. It's got a big square plate washer on, which is then on 2 nuts there. That will stop the rod driving through the concrete when it's under load. So the rod will go in the ground like that. That'll be the rod. It'll have its washer on there, and then that will then get filled with concrete, and then that there will be the rod that sticks out the ground. We will then drop on this steel angle. It's 100mm by 50mm. That will then drop over the top of the rod. We'll wind the nuts up to level it off, and you'll have then that shoe which will sit like that, and then our timber frame will then sit in the rod. We're using this Evolution mag drill to drill through the steel, and then we'll grind the steel up into 150mm sections, and that then will produce the shoe which will carry the base. We've got all our holes dug, we've drilled and cut our steel shoes, we've prepared the threaded bar bolts. Tomorrow John's going to come along and he's going to put these into the holes like that, keep them in line with the string line, fill them with concrete, and then Wednesday they'll all be nice and set. We'll take the nuts off the top, we'll drop our shoes on. Oh sorry, we won't take the nuts off the top at all, we'll wind 2 nuts down so that they're all level all the way around. Then we'll drop a shoe on, and then we'll put our timber frame round on top of that, but I'll explain that to you on Wednesday.